All right, ladies, go ahead and reach those hands all the way up overhead. We'll just use your light weights today. If you have your ballas and you want to stick them on now, you are welcome to. We're going to be a little bit booty heavy, focus on the glutes today. As you reach those hands up overhead, take that big inhale, exhale, try to reach 1 inch further, and then go ahead and dive your hands all the way down to that mat. Hang there nice and heavy. Try to release head, neck, and shoulders, sinking down to reach towards that floor. And then you're going to slowly restack that spine. Hands reach up overhead. Again, take that big inhale. Really try to find that reach for me. And then one more time, dive hands all the way down towards your mat. Hang there nice and heavy. Take the big inhale and then just reach 1 inch further. Feel that stretch in the back of your legs. You're going to slowly start to restack that spine. Hands will come right behind your head. Soften the bend in your knees. Go right into your good morning stretches here. Squeeze your glutes at the top and really just hinging at those hips to make sure that that top half folds forward. Not a squat, really finding that stretch in your hamstrings as you're folding forward. Feel that nice tension that's building in the back of your legs. You're still here for about 10 more seconds. Again, we're really just reaching those hips to the back of the room. Lift up and big squeeze at the top for me. Give me one more, and then you'll meet me standing on that mat in 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way up. Give me 3 big rolls of your shoulders to the back of the room, lifting those arms all the way up, letting them fall all the way back down. Reverse that circle. You're almost out of that little bit of a warm up. Big circle towards the front of the room for 2. Last one right here on 3. You're just going to meet me at the top of your mat. We go into alternating reverse lunges in 3. In 2, bring that right knee back, drive through left ankle stand and squeeze. These are not for time. I don't want you to rep them out. I want you to just really think about waking everything up. So step back in that right side lunge, drive through left heel to stand all the way back up. You switch left knee, then comes back to tap that mat, driving through that right heel. You're here for about 15 more seconds, just waking everything back up, and then we'll hop into that first series for those legs. Again, big inhale as you alternate. Think about driving that knee down. It might even kiss the mat, and then you lift up and squeeze through that opposite glute. In 5, you're out of it. In 4, even out those sides. In 3, in 2, in 1. Nice job. Big inhale here. If you didn't stick your balls on and you want to, you can go ahead and do that now. We're starting in a first position series. My girls with bands, if you want to put anything around your knees for the extra challenge, you're welcome to. But I'm going to have you bring your heels together, toes apart, fairly traditional to kick it off. Take a big inhale. Release those shoulders down. You're going to lift to the balls of your feet. Hands come to prayer here, my friends who want to hold weights. You're welcome to. We're not going to cue anything in the arms. It's all a focus in lower body right here. Glue those heels together, sink your seat. I want you to pull belly button towards spine. Your goal here is to keep your heels really lifted. Weight in those first 3 toes as if those heels cannot come apart or the movement wouldn't work. Hands to prayer. You're going to pulse down 1 inch, up 1 inch. Yes, that's my body popping. Down 1 inch here and up 1 inch. It's slow and controlled, really heavy on your thigh work to start. What I want you to think about here is, can you lift your heels any higher? If you need to hold on to a wall, a chair, a dresser, I don't care what you're holding on to. Light grip here, but your focus is to come down 1 inch further than you think that you can. So while those heels are lifted nice and high and you're squeezing your heels together, you're pressing your knees apart, still 10 seconds to go right here. 9 and 8. Can you think about pulling belly button in towards your spine as you pulse down for 5? You're holding in 4. I know it's a tough first series while your body's waking up. In 3, you hold. 2, on 1, bring those arms out in front of you just to help that balance a little bit more. While you're in that hold, I need you to sink your seat down 1 more inch. I need you to give me that slight tuck in your tailbone. Pull belly button towards your spine like you're going to roll that belly button up towards your forehead and start tucking your glutes under. We tuck and release here. Good. Tuck and release. Your heels are going to start to sink down. I'm okay, at least if they're hovering. I want you to fight to get them up there nice and high. As you tuck your tailbone under, think about squeezing your center glute. And as you're squeezing, rolling under, it's like your belly button or your belt buckle wants to come up towards your forehead. 8 seconds here, 7 seconds. I'm going to let you stand all the way up, so hold on to it for 5. 4 more tucks, good. 3 more tucks. Final 2 on 1. Go ahead and back to that neutral spine. You're going to zip those legs up. You're going to come down. 2, 3, zip and squeeze. It's almost like your active recovery. Come down. 2, 3, zip and squeeze those inner thighs. So you're hitting outer thigh, inner thigh, center booty. Your abs are gonna help you through this. I need you to come down nice and slow here, just like if you were in an ab series and you were coming down to that mat, and then you lift up with control. Down on that 3 count, nice and slow, and then squeeze inner thighs together. 15 seconds right here. You're gonna get about 2 more in. When you drive your seat down, it's deliberate. You have to squeeze those heels, then you zip everything up for me. On this last one, stay at the bottom, back to your pulses. Back to your pulses, yes, you can. I want you to be deliberate. It's not a bounce. It's up an inch, down an inch, up an inch and down an inch. Yes, you can. You should be nice and warm. Keep squeezing those heels up an inch and down an inch. If it's too much to keep heels lifted, lower them. You can still go into that plie. You'll feel this a little bit more in those calves. Down an inch and up an inch. We're there for 8, good, and 7. Relax shoulders. Hands are either in prayer, or you can hold that imaginary beach ball just to help with that balance. 5 and 4. We rest, and 3. Hold it even. 3, 2, and you freeze. Oh, wouldn't that be fun if I was just having you rest here? Everyone's holding at the bottom of that range. Heels lift up 1 inch higher. I know long series, you still have 2 changes. From here, let's combo it. You pulse down an inch, tug tailbone under, squeeze. Pulse down an inch, tuck tailbone under and squeeze. Only 1 change left. You have this. I need you to think about what you're doing. You drive that tailbone down, you tuck that tailbone under. Legs should be really shaky and on fire here. You have it. You drive tailbone down, you tuck tailbone under. 5 seconds here. 1 change left. 4. You can do this. 3, keep lifting. 2, keep lifting. Hold for me right where you are. It's those dips to that right side and that left side. Dip right side, dip left side, like you are getting ready for those Friday night dance moves here. We dip to that right, we dip to that left. You should feel this burning in that outer thigh, but because your heels are squeezing together, you're gonna feel this in center booty. I want you to know you have 15 seconds and you do rest. Big inhale, fight for it. Nice work. Dip to that right side, dip to that left side. Stay low, heels lifted. 5 seconds. You drop those heels. You open right into a second position series. Shake out those legs in 4, 3, 2. Drop those heels down. Give those legs a little bit of a punch. Open right up into that second position. Sink down. She always scares me when my watch starts talking. Sink all the way down and hold. Take a big inhale. Relax your shoulders, sink down 1 more inch. Feel that nice strength and tension happening in your inner thighs. Big inhale here. Now what's happening with your core? When you exhale, can you pull belly button towards your spine? Shoulders stay relaxed right here. You still have 10 more seconds. So either press those hands together or hold on to it. Do not come all the way up yet. As you're lifting here, I want you to think to yourself, your knees are pressing back, you're lifted through your chest, you're sinking that seat under. 8 seconds to go right here. 7 and 6, you're there. 5, we stand in 4, in 3, good, in 2, on 1, lift all the way up, heel toe those feet together right where you ended that warm up. Bring your hands behind your head. Hit those good mornings for me just to stretch out the back of your legs as we hit that next leg series. All the way down, good. Lift up and squeeze right here. Lower down with control, lift and squeeze. Good, about 10 more seconds. If you need a sip of water, you're gonna take it here. First inner and outer thigh series is done. We're gonna go back to that center booty, get our heart rates up in 5, 4, good, 3 and 2, 1, rest. If you put that band on, that was probably fun when you went into your second position series. Heels are turned in, toes are turned out for me. I want you to take 1 step wider than you normally would in that squat. So a little bit wider than hips with this, since I want to hit inner thighs just a little bit. You hit your body weight squat. We lower down, lift and squeeze. Lower down, lift and squeeze. As you're in this squat, you have 3 changes, 2 rounds. We hit these last week. I want you to really focus on where you're squeezing at the top of your range. As you drop that booty down, I want you to think your knees are pressing back. The weight is in your heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes. And then you stand all the way up and you squeeze your glutes at the top as tight as you can. 15 seconds right here. When you drop down, make sure you're not rounding through that spine. You don't have to go super low. If you're hitting that knee height, then stand all the way back up. In 5 seconds, you're at the bottom in a hold. In 4, lift 3, sink 2. Last one right here. You're gonna stand all the way up and then you're gonna sink down and hold. Sink down and hold. Don't take that break. Hold. Take a big inhale here. Can you press your knees out just an inch? Can you sink down and squeeze your glutes? Hold on to the hold. It's a 15-second hold. You have 10 seconds left. You're gonna breathe for me because you're gonna go into your pulses. You are not gonna stand. You're gonna give me 10 pulses before you hit it again. In 3, in 2, here we go. Pulse down an inch, up an inch. So you squeeze those glutes. I know you have it. 8 squeezes here, 7 squeezes here. You go back to full range, add your heel lift right in 5, keep squeezing, pulse 4, pulse 3, you can do this. In 2, we stand all the way up. In 1, stand all the way up, lift heels. This is that little bit of cardio, sink right back down. So you stand in that squat, lift onto the balls of your feet, and then you sink back down, lift, squeeze, and then you lower back with control, lift and squeeze, lower with control. Stay in it, 20 seconds to go. You're in that second round, legs should be talking to you. Center booty is what you have to squeeze at the top of this range, and then you come all the way back down. You've got it. 8, 7, 6, you're back in the hold. Usually you end with a hold. It's right stuck there in the middle of those 3 changes, so it really burns you out. In 5, 4, and you're down in that hold. 3 and 2, everybody freeze at the bottom. Get down to the bottom, get down at the bottom, hold. Think about taking that big inhale. When you exhale, you can press those palms together, contract your abs, weight is in your heels. You should be able to wiggle those toes. As you press your knees back an inch, you're gonna feel your inner thighs starting to fire up. Squeeze your glutes. You have 10 seconds left. I know you can do this. You hit those pulses one more time. We stand. You don't have to do it a third round, so I want you to stay in it. This is that best set of pulses right here. In 3, in 2, pulse down. 10, 9, don't stand. 8, fight through the burn. Those are your muscles changing. You've got 6 more pulses. 5 right here, you're there. In 4, you stand. In 3, beautiful. 2, on 1, lift all the way up. Nice job. Give those legs a nice little punch. Center booty should be talking to you. I need you to come back to those heels together, toes apart for your calf raises. So heels are in that tiny little piece of pizza right between those feet, and then you're going to go ahead and lift them to the balls of your feet, lower down with control. Lift and squeeze, lower with control. You have 3 changes, 1 hold, just to wake up those calves. Full range in those legs right here. We're gonna sculpt them out completely. I want you to think when you drop your heels down, it's light. You're not just heavy on that floor. Lift up almost on that 2 count, lower with control right here. Lifting onto that 2 count, lowering with control. Still about 15 seconds left in this full range movement. When we meet at the top, I don't want you just repping it out. I want you to be thoughtful on that up an inch, down an inch. In 8 seconds, you're gonna stay at the top. Remember, you're coming down on that 2 count, you lift and squeeze. Lower with control, then we lift and squeeze. You're right there. 5 and 4, final 3. Stay nice and high on those toes. In 2, 1, hold. Palms are either together. If you need that extra balance, you can always open those arms up. I need the weight in your first 3 toes. Can you lift your heels any higher right here? Down an inch and up an inch. So when you're in that nice little lift, I need you to control what's happening in your core. Up an inch, down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. Notice your shoulders are relaxed. Your belly button is pulled in. All you're doing right here is fighting to come down an inch and up an inch. Really squeezing your glutes, squeezing inner thighs right here, holding on to it. You still have 15 seconds. We've got that 3rd change, and then we have a hold. You're gonna go full range, and then you're gonna give me that extra pulse at the top. So you're gonna lower down, and then you're gonna give me 2 pulses at the top. In 3, in 2, don't let those heels come all the way to the mat. Lower them to a hover, lift, and then that little pulse at the top. We lower to a hover, you lift, little pulse at the top, just taking away any sort of momentum. So we lift, we give ourselves that added pulse, sink back down, lift, little pulse, lower with control, lift, little pulse, lower with control. Calf should be talking to you right now. In 15 seconds, you glue those heels together. It's your last time in that first position. You are gonna sink all the way back down. I want your thighs to be on fire. In 3, in 2, hold at the top right here. Glue your heels together. Now sink your seat down towards your heels. Heels stay lifted nice and high. You can do this right where you ended that first position series on that first round. Sink, 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 sink down. Now tuck that tailbone under, pull belly button towards your spine, relax your shoulders, press your palms together. This is just as much abs as it is thighs. You have 20 seconds. Don't come out of it or I'll make you start over. I want you to squeeze those heels together as tight as you can. Exhale, contract your abs, just 10 seconds. Can you come 1 inch lower? Can you lift heels any higher? Challenge yourself for 8, 7, good, 6 and 5, you're there. In 4, in 3, last 2, and you rest. Heels come down, you stand all the way up, legs get a little bit of a break. Go ahead and give them that tiny little bit of a punch. You're gonna go ahead and grab your 2s, your 3s, whatever weights that you have, and then you're gonna go ahead and bring your feet right underneath of those hips for me, soften the bend in your knees. Weights are coming down to your side to start. You're gonna bring those weights up to about that 90-degree angle right here, and then you're gonna turn your palms towards that ceiling. We go into those alternating pushes. So you're gonna push out, turn palms towards the floor, pull back in. We press, pull, press and pull. It's out and in. Good. Out and in. Rotate those hands towards the mat. Keep the soft bend in your knees. These are quick. We're going into quick bicep curls. So I want you to think here, this is a quick movement because you have these light weights. I'm trying to get things burnt out fairly quickly here. Palms again, face that ceiling and then that floor. You're holding 2s, 3s, whatever you can put in those hands. If you need to drop weights, you drop them. We have 15 seconds. It's out, in, out, and in. Curls on deck right here in 10, 9, 8. Keep moving. 7 and 6. You've got 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Hold it here. Bicep curl. Lower, lift, lower, and lift. Faster than we normally go. I want to burn it out. 3 changes here. We're going to put these 2 together in a second. In this curl, I still want you to squeeze tricep and bicep. Squeeze tricep and bicep. I know you're moving quickly. Think about pulling and pressing through that mud, through that water. Make this difficult on yourself. 15 seconds to go. We add it together. You should be fatigued fairly quickly based on our pace here. In 8, in 7, in 6. It's 1 curl, 1 press. In 5, 4, keep going. 3 and 2 on 1. You come up, press, pull, curl, press, pull, curl. So I know you're gonna be up a little bit higher in that press. You're not gonna quite be at that 90, but that's okay. Fight through it. You have about 20 seconds to go. Curl into press. Good. Lower, lift, press and pull. You can do this with a weight, without that weight. You're going into a hold in 10 seconds. Keep fighting for that movement. We go right from bicep to shoulders. You're going into that first hold in 5. Hold those arms out long and strong in 4, 3, 2, hold. Reach those arms out. Take a big inhale here. Can you roll your shoulders down your back? Can you contract your abs? Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Contract right here and just reach those arms like you want to just hand those weights off. I want you to take that big inhale. As you exhale, those knees stay really soft. Just keep reaching for me. I know that you can. Now start to circle those arms just because I know how strong you are. You're circling towards that midline. We're just sculpting out those shoulders. You're going to reverse that circle in 8, in 7. I know you can keep it up there. 6 and 5, 4 and 3. Good. 2, reverse that circle. I'll never forget my first fly bar class, and they did an arm shoulder series. I swear my arms were up for like 6 minutes, and I felt like it was a full joke that I was like, no one can do this, and then everyone around me was keeping them up there. So I'm just gonna channel that right now as you're in this nice tough series. Everyone hold for me right here. Palms are gonna turn towards one another. Bring them together, squeeze those weights and give you that little bend and press. This is mean, I know, because those arms have been up nice and high. What I need you to focus on in this little bend and press is the inside of your bicep is squeezing, and you're also focused on that tricep. You're squeezing weights together like you're holding that great big beach ball. Now freeze right there, down an inch, up an inch. Hold on to this, down an inch and up an inch. I want you to have to drop those arms. I want you to know you have 2 changes left, so you're gonna be able to make it through. It's all mental at this point. Your arms are on fire as it is. 8 and 7, good. 6 and 5, you're there. 4, hold on to it. 3, good. 2 on 1. You're going to open arms out to the side, open up arms towards that ceiling, or I should say close them. We're going to close in, out, up, lower, in, out, up, and down. Arms and those elbows. It's that soft bend right here. It's in, out, up, and down. Here for 10. One more hold right here in 9, lower, 8 and 7, good. 6, 5, last 4 and 3, final 2, open, hold. Now fully extend those arms, palms face the ceiling at your last little bit right here. What I need you to think about in this is your arms are so long and strong, they are locked out. Squeeze your triceps, drop shoulder blades down your back, plug belly button in, show me how strong you are right here. In 15 seconds, you drop those arms, we drop those weights, we're headed down towards that mat. You have 10 and 9, do not drop them, you girls look great. 8 and 7, keep reaching, keep breathing, don't clench that jaw. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice, really nice. Move those computers for me. We're headed down to that mat. You can bring your light weights with you. If your body needs a break from those Balas, you can ditch them. Get ready for that plank that is coming your way. Everyone's in that plank. You have time to take that little sip of water. Dive your hands down towards that mat. And then I want you to walk yourself out into that really nice high plank. Spread your fingertips out. It's like that singing when I talk thing. Drop down to your knees for me. Here's where we have some fun. You're gonna press all the way down into that push-up. Press back as if you were headed to that child's pose. You're gonna find that push-up, and then you're gonna press back. Some of my friends right here will be able to stay on your toes as you find that push-up. You'll keep those knees to a hover, press back, and come right into it. I'm fine if you're on your knees or on your toes. Your arms should be fatigued here, so I need you to listen to what your body wants you to do. Yes, nice core, those look awesome. 15 seconds for me, you go into a forearm plank. Tough arm series finisher right here on the mat, but let's get it done with. We'll go right back into those abs and then those legs. You have about 10 seconds left, get about 2 more push-ups in, and then find your forearms. Don't cheat yourself here as you're in this movement. Everybody, last push-up right here, 3 and 2, come back to that modified plank, walk down towards your forearms, and then tuck your toes. Find that hold. Here's what I need you to think about in this plank. I know your shoulders are fatigued. You just worked them really hard in that standing series. Everybody needs to zip up those inner thighs. Relax your shoulders. You're gonna wanna clench your jaw. You're gonna wanna drop your neck. Look right to the edge of that mat. You are so strong. You only have 15 seconds left right here, and you're gonna take a quick break before we go into round 2. Big inhale, big exhale. I need you to contract everything. Now think about lifting your glutes up a centimeter here and then finding that tuck. So instead of just worrying about being as flat as a board, it's almost like you have that little lift and tuck. In 3 seconds, you're in a child's pose. In 2, in 1, everyone rest. You have a 5-second rest right here. I need you to open knees nice and wide. Roll out your wrist. We're gonna go into round 2. Same thing, 30 seconds in your push-ups, 30 seconds in that forearm plank. Just do it one more time for me. Mental pep talk right here. And then you're gonna set yourself up in those push-ups. I call them like blast off push-ups. I don't even know what the correct terminology. If you don't like them, hit your 2 counts down. So you're gonna come nice and slow in your push-up, and then you're gonna press back. You come right back into it. And it's just that nice continuous motion. If you haven't started, meet me here and find that nice strong position in that push-up. Again, if it's too much for you, you just find that regular push-up and then you just challenge yourself to stay in it for that full time. Only 10 seconds. That 30 seconds flies by. No one takes a break. You hit your second forearm plank. You do not cheat yourself. You have this. 5, 4, 3, and 2. Find that second forearm plank right here and hold. Hold, 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 hold. You know how to challenge yourself in your forearm plank. You should have those little sweat driplets coming down because you've been working so hard. Those are the best. Take a big inhale, relax shoulders. I need you to contract and squeeze your tummy. Pull belly button towards your spine. Find that tuck in your tailbone. Squeeze your glutes. We're headed back to them in a second. And then really think about inner thighs getting some love right there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop down. You're gonna come onto your back for your stretch. We've got 4 changes, a couple rounds right here. Bring your knees into your chest, and then we get back into those glutes. Just some finisher work there. What I need you to do is take a nice little stretch. So bring your knees into your chest. Happy baby, whatever you need right here. Find that little rock from side to side for me. Take that nice little rest. And then from here, I need you to bring your feet flat on your mat. Hands are gonna come behind your head. It's so nice, we start with a basic crunch today. Exhale, lift up on that 2 count. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up on that 2 count. Inhale, lower down. Every time you lift up, you look between those knees and you take your time on that roll down. Don't cheat yourself here. I want you to think elbows stay nice and wide. Every time that you exhale, you're almost tucking your tailbone under. Again, think about that pelvic bone rolling under, like if you had a belt buckle, you wanted to get it up towards your forehead. As you're in that movement in this 2 count up, you're almost out of it. You're holding at the top for me. We're gonna pulse in 5 and 4, little tiny pulses at the top. I prefer to reach, it's up to you, in 3 and 2 and 1. Hold. Now you can either pulse up an inch and down an inch. It's a contraction happening in your belly, or you can reach those hands, keep those legs nice and bent, but those arms long and strong. Every time that you pulse up, you're tucking tailbone under, you're getting those shoulder blades off of the mat. You're gonna lower all the way down. Keep your arms long. You're going into an alternating V up in 10 seconds. Hold on to it. Tuck your chin to your chest like you're holding onto that orange, that apple, or just that egg that we don't wanna crush. In 3, keep those arms long and strong. In 2, last one, you lower head, neck, and shoulders, arms reach towards the ceiling, legs come out nice and long. You alternate in that V up, lower down, lift and squeeze. You do not have to rush. Exhale, lift up, inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift and squeeze, inhale, lower down. Only 10 seconds to go in these. I need you to continue reaching, continue going for that toe, keep that leg long and strong. 4, you've got this. In 3, beautiful. In 2, you lower all the way back down. Go ahead and bring hands back behind your head. Legs come to tabletop. You finish in your bicycle. Twist, 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 and twist for me. Make these count. These are your 4 changes. They're super basic because I want you to burn out your abs quickly. Twist and tap elbow to knee. Twist and tap elbow to knee. Can you tuck your tailbone? Can you come up 1 inch higher? In 5 seconds, you lay all the way back down. We're going right into it. Really, there's no break. You take one if you need one. In 3, back to that nice low position. In 2, everyone lower head, neck, and shoulders here. This round, if you can, I want you to go ahead and let those legs come long and strong. Point through your toes, open those toes up. We lift up on that 2 count, look right between them, lower with control. Exhale, lift and squeeze, inhale, lower down. If you do not want your legs straight, you can bend them for that modification. I'm fine with either one. Exhale, lift and squeeze, inhale, lower down. You have 10 seconds. Pulsing at the top. Again, you're still protecting that neck, or you can reach in 3. In 2, either reach those arms long, or keep those hands behind your head. Just go into those pulses. It is so tiny because all I want you to think about doing is trying to come off of those shoulder blades, but tucking your tailbone under. Tuck and lift. Yes, you can. It's going to migrate a little bit lower if your legs are long. You have 10 seconds. 9, good. 8, I need you to lower all the way down before you hit that second round of those V-ups. In 3, in 2, let hands reach towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale. Exhale, reach for those alternating legs. Reach into those alternating V-ups. Do not cheat yourself. You don't have to do these again, so I want you to go slower so your legs can stay straighter. Point through that toe, make it count. Exhale, lift, squeeze, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, squeeze, inhale, lower. I need 10 seconds. You're in your bicycles. You should be warm. In 9, in 8, do not give up on it. 7 and 6, you're there for 5 and 4, 3, 2, find your bicycles, hit them hard, go, go, go. You've got it. Bicycles right here. Fight to keep twisting. Again, I want you to feel like you have a sense of urgency, but I really want you to get that twist and tap every time. Twist and tap every time. When you exhale, you're coming up 1 inch higher, and then you inhale as you get ready to come through center. I just need about 15 seconds left from you, and then you are gonna rest. Breathe through this. Nice. Keep those legs long and strong. Make this pretty. No temper tantrums. 10 and 9. Twist for 8. You've got 7 right here. 6. Everyone's resting. In 5 and 4, 3 and 2, 1. Lower down, knees into your chest. Breathe. Take the big inhale here. Take the big inhale. And that exhale. You'll take a sip of water, you'll roll up. We're gonna go into some side legs here. If you have Balas, I want them on your ankles. You can use your light weights here. No band for that clamshell work. But we will be adding those clams and some long leg work this week on Thursday. So Balas are on. You're gonna be on that left side right here. Think outer thigh, as we get into that booty work too. Stamp that top hand down. I'm gonna move us relatively quickly here, so hang in there.
Press into that mat. I want shoulders to stay stacked. I want your belly button pulled in, so let your core stay nice and warm right here. And then I want you to lift that top leg up, point through your toes. You tap left knee to that, right, that's my right side, my right knee to my left knee, and you come back up. We're deconstructing that clam, so this is slow. You tap knee to knee, lift back up. This is thinking about that mobility happening and that stretch in that leg. We've got about 15 seconds, but take your time. We're not rushing this. 9 and 8, good. 7. I uploaded so many videos yesterday to YouTube that I'm like so pumped. Arm focus, butt focus, really old school ones right from the beginning of COVID. I'm like pumped for you guys to get in there and see some of them. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 and 2 on one opposite direction. So ankle to ankle, lift back up. If you do this correctly, you're gonna get warm from the start. You keep that knee right where it is. It's that rotation, squeeze, come back to parallel. Rotation, squeeze, come back to parallel. We're gonna put them both together in 5, in 4, perfect, 3 and 2. We tap knee to knee, toe to ankle, make it deliberate, knee to knee, toe to ankle, knee to knee, toe to ankle. If you have a weight behind your knee, you better squeeze it nice and tight. If not, I want you to think every time that that toe comes down, it's nice and deliberate squeezing. You don't roll back. 10, 9, knee stays at that knee. And 8 and 7, good. 6 and 5, hold on to it. 4, 3, 2, knee to knee, hold. You fully extend. You tap toe down, lift and squeeze, knee back to knee. Right into that combo movement. Tap, lift, knee to knee, full extension. Tap it down and we lift, knee to knee, full extension. I need you to think about how long and lean that leg is. Every time that you extend, that toe is tapping, you lift back up, you're gonna feel this a hint in your obliques. 10 seconds right here. Hold that leg out long and strong in 5, 4, good. 3, last tap right here in 2, out, hold, out, hold, out, hold. Freeze, up an inch, down an inch. Only one change left right here. Up an inch, down an inch. You should be on fire. Up an inch and down an inch. Can you point through that toe? Can you find length behind that knee? Squeeze that outer thigh as tight as you can. 5 more squeezes and a hold. 4, you're gonna wanna drop it down just like you were in those squats. I need you to hold on to it. In 3, don't drop it. In 2, freeze, 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 freeze. Can you lift that leg 1 inch higher? I need you to think, can I squeeze my glute? Is my outer thigh burning right here? Because it should be. 8 seconds. 7, and you bring it back down. In 6, in 5, good. 4, you can even take that top arm and reach towards it. 3, 2 on 1, come all the way down. You're gonna come right into an all 4. Stay on those hands. Flex that right foot. Don't leave that right side. You're gonna squeeze into your donkey kick, lower down to a hover. Squeeze into your donkey kick, lower down to a hover. Stay in center booty here. If you have a weight behind that knee, you just hold on to it. I want you to think to yourself here, as you squeeze, belly button stays in. It's all center booty. Squeeze and release. If you want to come to your forearms, I'm fine with it. If you're on your hands, make sure you've got a soft bend in your elbows. 10, 9, 8, 7, don't quit. 6, and 5, you're right there. 4, hold it up. In 3, in 2, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, keep your seat towards your heel. 6, center booty is what's squeezing. 5 and a hold, 4 and a hold, 3, 2, freeze. Bring your heel to your seat, bring your heel to your seat, squeeze your cheek. Now take that left hand. You can either hover it above the mat, or if you're on your hands, you're gonna bring it towards that left leg. Hold 5. Hold 4. We're transitioning onto your right side in 3, in 2, drop that foot down. You can take that child's pose for a second if you need it, but we're gonna move fairly quickly through those fatigued legs. Other side, right side, here we go. Knees in line with those hips, hips in line with our shoulders. Stamp that top arm down, point through your toes, lift up, knee to knee, back to center. The nice part is you're not going to feel fatigued when you start. You're going to say, I could do this forever. Tap down, lift and squeeze. Tap down, lift and squeeze. Good. As you're in this movement, think about the rotation. I want you to burn out that outer thigh. 10, 9, 8, good. 7, 6, relax those minds right here for 5, 4, final 3 and 2. Last tap, now switch it up. Ankle to that ankle, toe to that ankle, I should say. Some of you are gonna find that you're tighter on this side. So it might be a little bit more difficult to get that toe down, but really keep fighting for that movement. In 10 seconds, we're gonna alternate toe to ankle, knee to knee. In 8, make sure you keep that knee high, come back to parallel, tap it down. 4, good, 3. In 2, now go ahead and back and forth right here. Knee to knee, toe to ankle, knee to knee, toe to ankle. Make this nice and dramatic and deliberate. Knee to knee, toe to ankle. Knee to knee, toe to ankle. Even if you think you look funny, that warmth should be building. 10, 9, 8, 7. We're keeping that knee to that knee. In 5, in 4, final 3, and 2. Right here, keep that knee down. Full extension. Tap that toe, lift, squeeze. Knee to knee, full extension. Tap that toe right back up. I need your body so contracted here. Butt should be on fire. Full extension, tap, lift it up. I need you in your pulses in about 5 seconds. Hold on to it for 4. For 3, give me one more tap in 2. Now extend it out. Pulse at 8. Pulse at 7. Keep it up there. 6. Can you keep reaching? 5. Belly button's plugged in. Leg is pulsing as high as you can get it within reason to get that outer thigh nice and warm. 3 and a hold. 2 and a hold. Freeze. Freeze. Do not drop it. You can do this. Hold 8, hold 7, quick transition into that all 4 and 6. If you can, bring that right hand towards that right leg so that you, or right leg, reach towards those toes, I should say. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down, meet me in that all 4 position. Flex through that left foot, go right into your donkey kicks. A minute and a half of work left. Oh, we're gonna make it through. All the way up, lift and lower. Every time you lift those feet, you are stamping the ceiling. Heel stays towards your seat all the way up. Nice. Because you're so advanced, you might want to take that left hand towards your quad or reach it or hover it for a second just to make sure that you have that balance. You're going to meet me at the top for pulses in 4, 3, 2, hold at the top, pulse at 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, 5, pulse for 4, pulse for 3, last 2, and hold. Now is when you're bringing that right hand to that right leg. Fight right here for 10 seconds, 9 seconds. You meet me in a plank in 8, in 7, don't take any breaks, 6, 5, leave it up there, squeeze heel to seat, 3 and 2, extend that left leg back, meet that right leg towards that left, find your forearm plank and we hold to finish. Big inhale, 30 seconds in that plank and you're out of it. Breathe, zip up those inner thighs, glutes are warm right here. You're gonna take a child's pose in less than 20 seconds. Can you squeeze a little bit tighter? That glute that you have lifted, you're tucking it. It looks really strong. Here it is, you're right at the end. Keep breathing. You're gonna find your child's pose in 10 and 9. You're there in 8 and 7, final 6 and 5, 4 and 3, last 2, and you rest. Press all the way back, open knees up, nice and wide. Really nice work today. Again, big inhale, big exhale.